in your thinking, because you never know where you're slotted in the playing 11. So Wasim Jr. normally bowls well with the old ball. Here is operating with the new, so he's got to adjust his lines, lengths, pace maybe. Similarly, Mishara now opening. He bats at number 3 usually. Oh, that's made a great sound. That's gone all the way into the crowds for the first 6. Beautifully timed.
Looks to just hit back of a length so he can stay away from the drive. Drags this down. And oh, yes. Mishara says, yes, please. Absolutely smokes that. 89 meters. And that'll make him feel good. A top shot, that.
Wasim Jr. is playing a T20 after nearly 2 years. Was out for a while due to injury. Another short ball. This time it's a miscue, miss-hit. Only a single. The tremendous shot this. In great position, lifting it effortlessly over square leg for a gigantic 6. Didn't realize that he's playing a T20 after a gap of 2 years. It requires a different kind of temperament, right, Pommy, when you're a bowler and playing T20 compared to 50 overs cricket?
It certainly does. I mean, they're all sort of going round the chaps playing the format all the time, so he plays a whole lot of PSL, and I also didn't realize he hadn't played that long, actually. But here, because you're at international level, let's throw in the fact that there is a World Cup coming up. And so what may happen is that despite his experience and his abilities, he's looking and thinking, do you know what, I've got an opportunity here, and might put too much pressure on himself rather than just do what he does because he wants to do well. And you can sometimes over-try.
He's pacey, he's got a lot to offer, Wasim Jr., but he's got to keep it simple, as you rightly mentioned. So important that you don't overcomplicate things. It's a punishing model anyway. On a surface like this, you're looking to be defensive very early in the piece, and that can itself put a lot of pressure on you. Well taken single to finish the over for Sri Lanka. Good over for them, 15 without a wicket. Three changes for Sri Lanka. Pakistan resting Shaheen Afridi for this contest. That's into the gap. Well defended. Really is well fielded. Fakhar Zaman there, throwing himself, getting to the ball some way, somehow, and stopping a 4.
Yeah, nicely done. You need your fielders. So 1 instead of 4, and it'll give confidence to Mirza. There he is applauding the senior pro for his efforts. He'll be confident, played well in the previous game. All helps.
Time for Bank Alphala. 1100 plus branches, and open your account, they say, from nearest branch to enjoy various free services and earn Orbit rewards by maintaining or growing your balance.
Not really seen in his swing, and he's kind of tried to be up there and getting the ball to swing. Not quite. Mirza. Slip's gone out, now gone into mid-wicket.
It's a pretty useful delivery in T20 as the short ball, the bouncer. On a slow surface, I think you can surprise the hitter. And from batting point of view,
short and not quite full. It's in between.
Oh, that's smashed back past the bowler. What a strike that is. That's a 6. Beautifully done. So his range is now being expanded straight over the bowler's head as well. Couple of sweetly timed shots away towards the leg side. This was a beauty.
Yeah, exemplary in his cautious anticipation there. Having whacked the one that's short, you really must expect that the bowler will adjust and come fuller. He did, and he was well ready for it. Wonderful shots played here by Mishara.
Low ball, Fakhr Zaman allows it to just slip through, but only a single. 3 done, 27 without a wicket.
It is the way to go in this format. Got to put pressure on the bowling early on. Got to try and find boundaries, high boundary count if you can, because it gets the team started, and you have your opposition then on the back foot, and you then look to try and keep that momentum. And in trying to do so, you might kind of falter somewhere along the line, but you've then bought time for whoever it is who comes in to find their way a little bit slower if necessary.
By Mushraf coming on to bowl, has been in good wicket-taking form. Pakistan feeling a little bit of stress there. Sri Lanka off to a flyer. Top edges it past the infielder in the slip cordon for 4. Not as elegant as some of the other shots that he's played, but he has the last laugh.
All intent here, and loving how he's looking to be attacking, looking to try and get the ball over the infield and off to the boundary. Not quite off the middle, they all count, he'll take them. But what a start this is. They couldn't get started in the previous game. They couldn't hit sixes in the previous game. And Mishara has walked out here and he's smashed it.
That's miscue taken quite easily in the end by Fakhr Zaman. He is a safe fielder. Pakistan has a breakthrough.
Excellent bowling. It's the one you'd go to with a batter on the charge. Pace off, all of it off. and he's through the shot, and it hits the bottom of the bat and just loops up to Fakhar Zaman. Wily, experienced is Fahim Ashraf, and he gets his man. A good start given to Sri Lanka, though. That's well played by Mishara for his 22 from just 12. It's 31 for 1.
Kusal Mendes is in, and there's a little bit of a platform that has been set by the Sri Lankan openers for him to have a good time of it. He's got experience, he's got plenty of class. Up against Fahim Ashraf, and he's been in very good wicket-taking form. 17 wickets in PSL this year, joint second most. 3 wickets in the Asia Cup final against India. Just seems to know at what pace, what delivery, cutter or a pace-on delivery has to be produced at a given time, given level.
Yeah, reading the signs, was going at it. His intent was clear for all of us to see. Mishara whacking it, and might have just got a bit one-paced and just looking to hit everything, but his anticipation no longer cautious, just going at everything, and didn't pick the slower one. And very good of Fahim to go to it and disguise it well.
It's the value if you're an all-rounder, because you then set up yourself as a batsman out there at the crease. What would be a good ball to bowl to someone who is only looking to smack you out of the park? Change of pace, and it worked. A little wider angle this time thrown at the batsman, misses it. Vigotel Mobile, official mobile handset partner.
I think with this pitch being used a second time, those slower balls will be well worth the value. Even if it's just as a go-to, if you're unsure which way you're going to go, that slower one, it's not a bad option.
Miscued it and goes to the fielder, a couple of bounces, and so an excellent over comes to an end. Very impressive start once again by Fahim. 32 for 1. It's the middle order. How they shape up will determine Sri Lanka's fate with the bat, because the opening was impressive. What after the opening platform? What will happen to the middle order? How intelligently they play the game. Wasim Jr. coming from the other end, the pavilion end.
He was animated in his appeal just because it seemed to stay down a touch. Well, probably a little bit on the high side. Yep. It's going over the stumps. Even if it didn't get up as much as he expected, it generally looks to be back of a length early. And that's to stay away from the drive, from the easy hit.
Also, for me, if you're bowling at 142, 143, that's got to be your natural length, the hard length.
Yeah, you have a look at when he's on a length, he generally looks to be back of that length. And in that first over, running up, and he's more short than anything else, looking to make sure that he completes his action, that he's hitting the pitch, and it's not just an easy hit for the batter off the front foot. And therefore, early on, he strays and can be pulled away. That's good. Really good in length. And then later on, wonderful to watch. Probably won't bowl another one here. They'll save two for the back end. And if it does go a little bit reverse, it's brilliant to watch. A master at it. Almost kind of turning back the clock.
Yeah, got to the batsman a bit quicker than he was thinking. Right, we are off to a flicker-free moment here. Download now and get the insurance you need on your fingertips.
To bounce and move from back of a length, and it provided difficulty to the Sri Lankans. And so just praying on that. They don't miss a trick. They'll be watching. They'll all watch each of these games and make sure that they can glean whatever little thing that gives them the upper hand and then use it in the next game.
Yeah, an excellent over. Very good pace and good line and length. 34 for 1.
$34 for 1 after 5. There have been plenty of shots played, a few connections, but there's been intent from Sri Lanka. Fahim Ashraf into his second over. Down the track, hits it well, but straight to the fielder.
Pakistan have now reverted to the length that was hard to get away a couple of nights ago. Taller Zimbabwean bowlers and Garava, Maposa kept hitting back of a length. They were getting it to bounce a little bit more. To counter that, Kamil Mishara brought into the team. He was given the license to go after everything. I think he faced 12 balls. He had a swing at all 12. Got 22, and Sri Lanka now breathing because of that.
This time length is back of a length, so the pull shot hasn't got the complete piece of it, so just a couple of runs.
He might have been swinging, got himself out, but there was a massive impact in that little innings from him. Now these two batters, you'd see, not really finding the timing. They can't take a chance or have a slog. But they're different types of players. Fahim Ashraf getting it to go through. Last over of the power play.
Pakistan have come back. Last 14 deliveries, 9 runs only. Changing the field. A deep mid-wicket in place. That back of a length working nicely.
There seems to be a change in how the pitch is playing from the ODIs to the T20 internationals. Yes, it's an earlier start, so dew comes in later. There's a bit of steep bounce involved, I feel. That's why the batters not as fluent as they would like.
Nicely played, just down to third. He takes on Wasim and he'll come up short. He has a bullet arm. You do not take on Wasim Jr.
What a throw. The moment he turned, we all knew he was in trouble because Wasim Jr.
We have umpire review for run out. Can I see a side on angle for this, please? Freeze it here. Batter still short of crease. Bales listen off. Satisfied? I'm ready to make my decision for the big screen.
We are behind the bowler's arm, but we gave it out from here. But we still go upstairs and we get the same decision. Mendes run out, 38 for 2.
Postal Pereira walks in. The start was good for Sri Lanka. Now they've lost a couple of wickets. 38 for 2.
Kusal Janit Pereira run out for the second time, the Kusal Mendes.
And the one fielder you don't take on. Turns it leg side. He wants a couple of runs. It is in a pocket, so yes, easy too. But the one fielder from Pakistan who's got an absolute bullet arm, you don't take him on.
Ramesh was talking about it earlier. Now watch him turn. He doesn't look. He's got no idea. Pathum Nisanka responds to the call. You're right. You got to know your fielders. You got to pick your battles. That was not a battle you're winning. Not only the speed, but right next to the keeper's gloves near the stumps.
And pulls it. Not out of the middle, so shouldn't go to the fence. It does. It does. Salman Ali Agha makes a mess of that. And the boundary after 17 deliveries, 44 for 2.
Slightly away from the stumps. Hence Kusal Pereira able to play that shot. He tried a few times. Salman Ali Agha.
Yeah, the power play done, and as soon as the 6 overs have been bowled, Pakistan turned to spin. Abrar, who's had a wonderful season with the white ball.
Watch Mendes. He runs. He turns and then realizes straight away he's in trouble. But turning blind, normally you're facing the fielder so that you know what's happening. When he's picked up the ball, you don't run. Even though he's on the boundary line, you can take on most other fielders. You would have seen that if he turned proper. We call that turning blind, and players are advised, coaches advise players not to do that.
A white ball, and Usman Khan not able to collect, so unforced error.
Again Mendes. He runs hard. There he goes. He's got no idea what's happening in the deep.
Again down the leg side. It is cold, so maybe he's not warmed up. His finger's not warmed up.
Do not tell any of the Sri Lankans that Abrar is feeling cold right now, because they got to come out and field in an hour's time and it will be colder.
.50 raised.
Fahim Ashraf and Wasim Jr. just pulled things back, but this over is just what Sri Lanka needed to breathe again. And it's the man you'd least expect it from at this stage. Abrar has provided a wide down the leg side. Now a loose one, which is got Kusal Pereira moving. 10-4 to the left-hander.
Pakistan's smartest hatchback EV. Inverex Zio, charge fast, drive smart. Again down the leg side. He's not got his line right. No, better throw and would have been quite close.
Went to the right end, did Fakhar Zaman, because Kusal Pereira was just ball watching. He was jogging and suddenly takes off because the throw comes in there. Seven ball, 50.
Finger spinner. Arsenal just warms his hands. It is cold, yes, we know that, but might be slightly easier for Nawaz. Little pocket leg side, will they come back? No, just be the single.
Lanka made 3 changes for the game today, trying to freshen up the team. Left out Bhanukaraja Paksa, Nuan Tushar and Mahesh Tikshana. Kamil Mishara at the top of the order made 22 of 12. It's been an impactful innings, which was effective.
But they need more. If they lose this, then it becomes very difficult for Sri Lanka. They've batted first, elected to bat first. They'll fight the elements. If there's a bit of dew, then they'll have to fight that. But they make sure that they get at least 15-20 above par.
The others brought in Janit Liyanage to strengthen that middle order, and Vijaykanth Vyaskanth. He's played an ODI previously, but that was in the Asia Games. Correction, a T20I. It was more an emerging team that took part in that Asian Games. Those games were given international status. Tall leg spinner, different type of leg spinner to Wanindu Hasaranga, and first born and bred player from Jaffna, hence it's a big story.
It's hit past cover, it's hit quite well, but good bit of fielding, so just a single. It's hit past cover, it's hit quite well.